Hey guys, today I want to talk about school lunches. People ask me all the time, what are you doing for school lunches? Show what you pack for lunches. And it's just not something. I'm dealing with business emails right now as I'm filming this video. This is why I don't sit down and film videos, because it's so hard for me to sit down and have the time. Like right now I have my planner on my lap, I'm dealing with a business email, and I'm trying to do a YouTube video. Like, I am such a hot mess. Like, why do people even watch this channel? I still haven't figured it out. But anyways, I was talking about school lunches, and there's nothing to film. There's nothing to see. I have shown a few clips at the beginning of this video of things that I do to kind of prep myself. But basically on Sundays, I pull out my meal plan board that's in my kitchen, and I write B and D. And B is breakfast, D is dinner. Their lunches are whatever we got at the grocery store that week. Their breakfast, I try to change it because my kids eat at home, between cereal, bagels, pancakes and waffles that we have frozen, and then sometimes I'll have baked like banana bread, or they'll have like a Pop-Tart or something like that. But I try to change it up so they're not eating cereal all week or bagels all week, excuse me, or whatever. And I obviously try to base it on what we have. So I buy like a pack of bagels every other week, and that lasts us 2 weeks because we have like 1 day of bagels. I can't eat bagels. All my kids will eat bagels, but they'll have a bagel split in half, and that's for 2 kids. So I put that out, they go downstairs in the morning and they look at the board and they know, okay, this is what we have for breakfast. For lunches, I do the same thing over and over again. So they have a sandwich. It's either a chicken, turkey, or roast beef sandwich. Sometimes peanut butter and jelly, not really. If I do peanut butter and jelly, I pull out my Pampered Chef thing and I make like an Uncrustable, or peanut butter and honey, the same thing. If they have a meat sandwich, I make a sandwich, I cut it in half, and each kid gets a half. And then what I'll do is I'll make 2 sandwiches the first day, 1 sandwich the second day, and that's enough for 2 days of lunches. As soon as they get home, I make those lunches, I put them in a Ziploc snack size bag, put them in the refrigerator so they're ready to go for the next day. I do the same thing with fruit. They get some sort of fruit: grapes, apples, bananas, watermelon, what else have we done? Strawberries. I'm trying to think of all the fruits. They like plums. Some of them like plums, things like that. They each get the fruit that's either bagged or it's just like a piece of fruit. And that also gets set aside in this little container in my refrigerator that's just our lunch container. And then in the morning, and then that afternoon, then I go for my pre-packaged little bin that you saw me making, and I take a chip, or a crunchy snack, and then I take a treat. Each week our crunchy snack changes from chips to pretzels to goldfish. I think that's about it. And then our treat is anything: cookies, if I've baked anything, stuff like that. And I just try to change it up, and I try to get 2 different types of each a week so that they're eating something different throughout the week. And I put their chip in, I put their treat in, and I put some sort of bar, a granola bar in, because that's typically like their snack for school. Those go on the counter in the lunch boxes after I've cleaned them, and they sit there until the next morning. The next morning I pull out their water, their Gatorade or juice, their sandwich, their fruit, and then I either do yogurt or cheese, throw it in there, put an ice pack on top. That's it. That's what we do. They don't want Lunchables anymore. That's their lunch. I change it up on the cookies and the meat and all that stuff so that it's constantly changing, so they're not eating the same thing. But that's it. That's what I do for lunches. That's how I do it. It's nothing like grand or crazy. It's just, it's just me making lunches. That's, it's a very just, we're going to do it like this. This is how it's going to be. It's over. They used to buy once a week. They don't really do that anymore. They don't really like the food. Occasionally Trevor will want to buy something. But typically I'll put $5 to $10 on their account a month, and that gets them through the month. It's just what they don't like buying food there. It's just not the same. They're not used to it. Ellie has to eat all of her meals at school. That's with the program that she's doing through the state. So she has all of her meals at school. She does have breakfast here, and then sometimes she'll eat breakfast there because she typically doesn't eat lunch there. So it is what it is. And then when they get home, they will be able to pick, because sometimes I'll have leftover treats and stuff like that. Oh, another treat is Jell-O pudding. We do that sometimes. But they'll get to pick from the other snack bins. So in my pantry, you'll see I have like these bins up top that's like bars, chips, candy, bread, all up here. And then there's 2 bins down here. One is for Jeff's snacks and one is for the kids' school snacks. They know not to take from these 2, but they can take anything they want from these ones besides chips. as an after school snack, and then anything that they want in the refrigerator. They know they're only allowed one from the pantry as an after school snack, but they can have whatever they want in the refrigerator. Yogurt and cheese and boiled eggs, fruit, vegetables, any of that stuff they can fill up until their heart is content. That's the rule in our house. So that's what I do for lunches, and then dinner is just whatever dinner is. A huge way we've been saving money is by doing it that way. Dinner, once or twice a week, we have a leftover night where everyone kind of has whatever leftovers are in the fridge. I kind of stock them up until we have really no leftover bins, and then I know, okay, it's leftover night. We'll make leftovers that night, heat everything up, and we've actually been saving a lot of money doing that, because essentially we only need meat for like 4 nights a week, because sometimes like on the weekends, like we'll have like a really big lunch, and so we won't eat dinner, or we'll have like kind of a in between lunch and dinner thing, and that's been saving a lot of money doing that. So that's how we do food. Nothing exciting, nothing grand. I'm not that cool Pinterest mom that makes these awesome lunches anymore. I just don't have it in me. I don't care. I just don't. It's just kind of what works. Let's get through the day. Let's just get this done. So thanks so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video.